Which company are you? Why'd you ask for extra money? What are you running from us for?
A morning jog? Nope. He's running from our cameras because we just busted his moving company, considered by many to be counterfeit.
No, why don't you talk to us about what your company is doing?
Well, we'll get back to him. Meet a legitimate moving company. Sterling Van Lines, a Los Angeles-based mover. In business over a decade.
We have actually a very good reputation.
So good, they don't even need to advertise.
The majority of our customers come through us through repeat business and word of mouth.
But since June, Sterling's been getting angry calls from consumers all over, accusing them of being rip-offs.
It averages 2 a day since early June. I'm probably over 100 complaints right now.
Why, you ask? Welcome to the world of corporate identity theft. Remember the guy running away from us?
There is a rogue company from Florida calling themselves us.
The movers who this guy is a driver for took the name Sterling Van Lines and changed the name one letter.
I would call it identity theft.
And then copied their website and logo.
Well, all they've done is they've dropped the S off of sterlingvanlines.com. Their coupons are like identical.
The alleged Sterling Van Line almost looks legit.
What happens is these customers are given a very low price. It's called lowballing over the phone. It sounds great. Once the household goods are picked up, the price magically triples.
Since August, Fox 6 News has spoken to victims all over the country, and they all tell the same story about what the so-called counterfeit Sterling has done.
It is extortion. It is theft. It is fraud.
Sterling confirmed what we found and more.
Some of these customers have their entire belongings, their lifelong belongings, gone.
That's right, consumers all over the country losing all their possessions. We decided to call the so-called counterfeit Sterling from the real Sterling's office to find out what the company in Florida would say. Hi, is this Sterling Van Lines? Which moving company am I talking to? Am I talking to Sterling Van Lines or Sterling Van Line? Oh, you're Sterling Van Lines? And when we confronted them on stealing the good name of Sterling, they denied it, and they also denied ripping off consumers. But wait a minute, sir. My name is John Mattis with Fox 6 News. I'm sitting in the office of Sterling Van Lines, and you've been stealing their corporate identity for the last 6 months. While the alleged counterfeit company says they've never victimized anyone, you be the judge. Meet their latest victims.
They've basically ruined our lives, and they gave us an estimate of $900.
Ben and Leslie Vining are newlyweds in the Navy. Just back from the war, they were transferred to San Diego.
We went on the internet.
By mistake, they got the alleged counterfeit Sterling. The company agreed to move them from Kentucky to San Diego for $900. But once the company got their goods, the company demanded a lot more.
Yeah, real hard.
We were expecting just $900. They charged us $1,523.
And they say that if you don't pay us immediately, if you don't pay us by this date, we're going to sell off your furniture.
And even after paying almost double, they had to wait.
About a month and a half.
Oh, it got worse. After overcharging them almost 100% and making them wait all that time, the so-called counterfeit Sterling wasn't done. The driver called them and demanded $275 in cash to deliver. Otherwise, he dumped their goods on the highway.
$275.
Yeah, almost $300.
For what?
Just move it into our apartment.
But the Vinings just said they only had $125 and couldn't pay any more. So the driver said tough luck. He unloaded a block and a half away, and that's how it went. Till we rolled up on the movers. I'm John Mattis with Fox 6 News. You're Sterling Van Lines or Van Line? Which company are you?
You don't need...
No, I'd like to talk to you about your moving company.
Okay.
Can you talk to us?
No, I don't have
You
to
can't talk to us? But
No.
Are you a real moving company? What is Sterling Van Line? Aren't you a phony one? Why'd you ask for extra money? What are you running from us for? Not only did the mover run away, he tried to drive away with the Vining stuff.
I need my stuff!
Why don't you come out and explain who you are?
Luckily, an El Cajon cop heard the screaming and pulled up, blocking in the van. We told him what our investigation had uncovered.
We've been tracking this particular company for 3 months. They've been victimizing people all over the United States, double charging them, holding their goods hostage. When they show up, they charge extra few $100.
The El Cajon cop then shut him down
Come on out and show me your driver's license.
and called in a deputy sheriff.
Found out this company is not the actual Sterling Van Lines. It's like a fraudulent company.
Since the Vinings had already wired all the money to the company in Florida, the cops couldn't do much, but they did dispense some justice. Remember when they couldn't pay more and the driver parked his rig a block and a half away? Well, take a look. The Vinings at least aren't sweating dragging boxes that block and a half. Look who is. And the Vinings do have words for the so-called company that took their money.
They need to be arrested, and they
There
need to
needs-
go down.
Something needs to happen.